Even if this is your first time on the bike or your 500th time on the bike, it's important to wear a helmet. Helmets protect your head from going boom. And if you wear a helmet and you smack your head, you're a lot less likely to get injured. And BMX has a high risk of injury. So it just makes sense that you'd want to wear your helmet, especially if you're a newer rider and you're just getting into the sport or you're trying to push yourself past the comfort zone. It's really important to have proper safety gear. So a homie from the Discord asked a question about helmets, and that's what we're going to discuss in this video. 𝗍𝗲𝗖 in the Discord says, what is a good helmet for BMX? His broke, so he's buying a new one, but he doesn't want to buy the same one. His first one only lasted a few weeks. Now, I've had experience with helmets, and I do want to stress that I do encourage everyone to wear a helmet, even if you see me not wearing my helmet from time to time. Sometimes I forget it in my apartment. Sometimes I'm just cruising and I don't feel like putting it on. It's a bad example, but just do what I say and not what I do. Wear your helmet. Let me discuss why the 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱 is my favorite helmet, and then I'm going to share some of the other helmets that I think are really good options also. So the 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱 is the one I currently ride. I think I spent like $100 on it on Amazon. It's on Dance Comp right now for around $100. It's a really good helmet, and it's one that fits right. So if you have tried on different helmets, you'll know that some of them kind of fit like this and you look kind of goofy, right? Like they just sit on the top of your head and they don't really come down, and it just looks goofy. And so for me, I want to look half decent when I'm wearing a helmet, and I want to be comfortable. That's probably the biggest thing. And so finding a helmet that fit my head right and came down and covered my whole head area was really important. Like, what's the point of wearing a helmet if it's only covering like this much of your head? Okay, so the 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱s fit me really good and I loved it. Now, it's also a certified helmet and it has the MIPS system. That's why the MIPS system is in the name. The MIPS system for me was just all about getting better adjustment and having it grip my head better. I'll explain what MIPS means at the end of the video. It's another safety precaution to spread out the impact that your head might take when your head hits the ground. Instead of it being concentrated in one area, it'll spread it out across multiple areas by letting the helmet shift a little bit. It's also a certified helmet, so it's gonna, hold up. The foam is gonna hold up to an impact that might happen at BMX speeds versus skateboarding speeds, and that's really important too. So getting the 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱s was probably the best thing I did. This helmet's lasted me, I don't know, I've had it for like 2 years. I love it. It fits good, and I've smacked my head a couple of times and I was always fine. So 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱s would be my _1 choice. My second choice would be the Shadow Featherweight helmet. Now, this helmet doesn't have the MIPS system, but it's one of the most popular BMX helmets because it sits around the $50-60 price range, and it's a very lightweight helmet. So if you're riding, just imagine having like a weight strapped to your head, and that's what a heavy helmet feels like. You're riding and your head's going like this because your helmet's so heavy and it's flopping your head around. The Shadow Featherweight is like extremely lightweight. I bought one for one of the homies at the skate park because he didn't have one, and I was feeling it. I was like, man, this thing's crazy. It's super lightweight. It almost feels like you're wearing nothing, and it covers your whole head area. You don't look goofy with the Shadow Featherweight helmet, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's one of the most popular BMX helmets. The third one I'm gonna throw in there would just be the ProTech Light 𝗵𝗱s. Don't get confused with the normal ProTech helmets. Most of the ProTech helmets aren't certified. There was a time period where I rode a ProTech full cut helmet and it wasn't a certified helmet. I just thought it looked cool and it covered my head, but honestly, if I would have hit my head with that thing, doing an actual trick, it wouldn't have been very good. So make sure you're getting a certified helmet, and the ProTech Light certified is similar weight to the Shadow Featherweight, similar price to the 𝗍𝗲𝗖 𝗵𝗱s. Oh, it does have the MIPS system, and it's lightweight, so it's theoretically a combination of the two. I haven't tried it on, and the way that it looks is that it might not cover, your full head area. Like, it might sit up a little bit, but it'll still cover the whole main area of the head. But I had to throw a number 3 in there for you. So what is the MIPS system? Like I explained already, the MIPS system is internal webbing kind of inside of the helmet that you can adjust. You can tighten it or loosen it, and if your head hits the ground, it allows the helmet to shift and move just a little bit, which is enough to cause the impact to spread out across a larger area of your head versus just be concentrated into one spot. So if you hit your head on the ground, wherever your head makes the impact, that's where all of that impact's gonna go, and if it's concentrated, it's more force. If you have something on your head that allows that to spread out, a bigger area of your head is going to take less impact, therefore it's going to reduce the injury that you're going to incur. So that's what the MIPS system does. Certified helmets are also super important. A certified rating is just how much impact that helmet can take at what speed. So non-certified helmets just have some normal foam in there that you can squish all the way down to the plastic shell. If you hit your head with this at a high speed, it's really not going to do anything. Maybe at a low speed you're going to be okay, but if you're riding your bike at 10-15 miles an hour, or you're coming down down off of a ramp. You want something certified that can really take that impact. Certified helmets are bulkier, they have a lot harder foam, and they weigh more. So they feel weirder on the head, but they're gonna be able to withstand an impact that you might take when you crash your BMX bike. Last thing here is it's important to make sure you get BMX certified helmet and not a motocross certified helmet. Some people buy full face helmet that are motocross certified, and this foam is a lot denser, it's a lot harder because it's rated for speeds that are way higher than 15-20 miles an hour or 10-15 miles an hour. They're rated for motocross speed. And so if you hit your head with that helmet at a low speed, you're really just hitting your head on something that's pretty hard inside your helmet and then on the ground. And so it's really counterproductive, and it's important to just get the BMX rated certified helmet if you're doing that. The links for these helmets are in the description. Like I said, the 𝗏𝗏 is probably my favorite with the MIPS system, but it's subject to your personal preference. If you have a BMX question and you want to ask it, join the BMX Nerds Discord. The link for that's up here on the screen. There's over 1,400 members right now talking about BMX and interacting with each other. It's a really cool place to hang out. I can't wait to see you in there.